Good morning, Libras. Is everybody in here yet? It is morning, and we are going to start with the Twin Flame conversation reading, which many of you did want. So I am shuffling Romance Angels. Romance Angels looks like that on the back. It's very beautiful. It is almost like a compass, and we are going to have our regular discussions today. This is going to become, and excuse me for my voice too, I think I'm becoming sick. On Tuesdays is going to become our discussion days for love. Okay, so it's going to be like half tarot reading. One fell on the ground. Let me just pick that up, make the effort. So it says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. This reminds me of a movie that I watched last night. The movie was called Life or Something Like It with Angelina Jolie. It was just playing on the new Netflix register of movies, the newly added. And she was living life almost like in a superficial, like news anchor way, because Angelina Jolie's character is a news anchor. Make the effort. So just remember that as I discuss. We'll talk about this in a second, the bottom of the card. She's living life unfulfillingly. So she gets told by a seer in the movie that she has a week to live and she gets to make whatever decisions, but she just has those 7 days. I think you guys know what movie I'm talking about. It's maybe one of the only like really girly movies Angelina Jolie did. And I don't want to spoil the conclusion for you guys, but there is a seer in the movie. And she questions whether her life is truly meaningful. Does it have meaningful moments? Is she prepared to not be a news anchor too, if that's also the life she chooses? So it says here, make the effort in the here and now. Tell somebody you love them, if that's the action proposed by you, more importantly by you. And it says, make the effort if you truly love this person. Because this is the thing I find. If you tell them how you feel as well, it's put out there in the universe. It's no longer a mystery. Okay, so we have make the effort. If that's coming from you, cool. If this person has to do that in your opinion as well, we'll talk about that because their feelings are going to come out in the reading, obviously. And then we have playfulness. Maybe you do have to be a little tad more playful these coming weeks. Playfulness reads to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Of fun to shine. So last night, specifically with that movie, she did question the meaningful moments in her life. She did see if it held gravity, if it was even meaningful to her. And it says, go out there and be playful for my singles if you still want to find love. If you still feel like there's time for you, if you still feel the space that you have in your heart to give, which a lot of you do. That's why we do love readings. Let's get a little bit more. You have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart now to give and receive the greatest love of all. They're coming home kind of like a 6 of Wands, like a parade. They're being welcomed. Let's see here. It's an angel at the top. Then there's a princess. She kind of looks Arabian, and then she's guided by a knight here off to the side. The princess is up top. So she has the 6 of Wands welcoming the feminine spirit in the card. It's safe for you. You don't have to ask anybody's permission. You are ready to go find the pursuit of, if it's marriage for some of you, also if it's pursuing a specific person. But it's like you're ready. If you're single, you also have the heart chakra open. Make the effort. If you would like to go out on a date, maybe express also your interest in the other person. Shuffle. Wedding. It's leading you guys. You guys always get lately, for me, it's impressive because you're getting the 2 of Cups in conclusion. A lot of you are getting the meaningful relationship too. You have wedding, the Hierophant energy. If I were to combine another card, I would bypass the 2 of Cups and pick the Lovers because this is a true soulmate. Let me just gather my feelings because this set is talking about something. Passion. Yeah, a lot of you need to feel hugged. You need to be rejuvenated by loving energy. You need to feel that acceptance too by someone who sees themselves in you. So it could be a question of like, do I have a lack of romance also in my life? Passion, then it goes to children. Okay, so some of you might want to have children. I see here that the playfulness spirit may have been subtracted away from the, like in twin flame, this could have been subtracted from you actually getting the playfulness, feeling the everyday amounts of love. Maybe you need connection and to text somebody every day. So with playfulness here, we'll see if you get an 8 of Wands, communication. We'll see if it's even in the area of concern today, because you will have a challenge in this one. And then wedding. You know, I think somebody too wants to be playful following up on talking to you and the pursuit of dating you. This could be a person right now that's actively pursuing you. Twin flame. I don't know if some of you had plans to get married to, maybe this person had proposed. I'm getting a story of one Libra on the channel where the wedding was called off. So this is something in the past. And let's see what we got. The split is the 7 of Wands. Also in my personal reading this morning as a solo person. So the 7 of Wands is protection. It's guarded nature. You might feel really, really not ready to pursue love, or it's kind of a challenge for you. I'll call the 7 of Wands the challenge today. What is the challenge there? Can I know certain things? Look at this, homecoming. Did you have it in another card? You did. You had it in the lady coming home, feminine and masculine. Both of you could be combining powers. I get here, both of you are very intelligent, maybe even in finding each other today, like as to date. So maybe you're intelligent and being guided to one another, or your ancestors could be guiding you to this victory. You have the 6 and the 7 of Wands. Very long time since I've seen that in twin flame, or even reading for divine feminine, and DM. I want to include the DM here too, because in those readings, I've never gotten this. 6 and 7 is like there's victory first, because we're going in line of the arcanas. And then the 7 is protecting your energy, or there's a defense about it. Okay. You could be afraid of pursuing a particular person, or something here about finding out they're not your type. 6 of Wands can also talk about, I really, really want this though. Like if I don't even have that person, I'm still going to really, really want love with the 6 of Wands. I do think the challenge may be hermiting, because the 7 of Wands can come off as keeping to yourself too. So just keep that in mind. But it is going to resonate the way that it does for you. So when you look at this card, what were the downloads that you got? Could be a person. Maybe the person is defensive over you. What I predict here is some of you may have hermited too long in twin flame. Maybe you need to connect with them again. Okay. A couple of things here. That's very matter of fact. But as I go through describing the reading, there's work. You got Capricorn with 8 of Pentacles and the Lovers. A couple of other cards in your oracle were popping out. Like I called out Lovers with the wedding. It could take a lot of effort. Maybe that's what some of you are really, really tired about. You've been wishing for somebody putting in the effort on your side, and you still haven't gotten any results, because that's what I see. I see the effort was put in, but there's not the right people maybe around you, or the accessibility is not there. Now, I suffer from this myself. There's kind of been a drought, and as you get older, it's very, very difficult to find this. So in twin flame, they might work a lot too. This could be your person's card. I think there's placements there as well. I think honestly, Red, the 8 of Pentacles can be them at work all the time. In the movie that I watched last night, it was called Life or Something Like It. If some of you guys want to go check it out. She spoke of like putting her career first. Like all her dreams were very, very emphasized throughout the whole movie. Angelina Jolie's character, which was named Lainey, kept saying that. She was like, this is a part of what I was dreaming as a little girl. I wanted to be a news anchor. I wanted to be the head of a network. And so that could be a factor here of somebody choosing career over love. Some of you saw that play out. Many of you chose it yourself, or your person did. Okay, got the 7 of Aquarius. I'll talk about it. I will not leave any stone unturned today. Knight of Pentacles. And also thank you guys too for all your donations last week. I very much appreciate it. I can go have a coffee. No, I'm just kidding. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. Seven of Pentacles is about work, okay? And it's also about harvesting something that you did, not necessarily this person. Seven of Pentacles is one of those in-between cards, also when you look at it in your spread, where it can cause a little confusion. It's like, what did I build? Am I putting something out into the universe too that is helpful, I have pride over, or that I work very hard on? So you could also be a hard worker too. We're not just going to talk about your person there. Seven of Pentacles is, what are you putting into the earth now? I'll relate it humanly because I think you guys like it when it means something in your life. Like a reading means something. It's not just an artistic display that you watch. Seven of Pentacles is like something, a wish, an effort that you put out a long time ago that does give receipts. It gives back. Okay, so think about that thing today. If it hasn't been developed, maybe develop it if you feel like it. Seven of Pentacles. They might see that you're a really sweet person. This person might see that you're hardworking, 7 and 8, but there's also a factor of watching, because I don't take it in the sneaky way today. This looks like it's more of a watcher, 7 of Swords. And if it's not a watching card for you, have it resonate the way it does, okay? 5 of Wands. There's an issue here of competition. You could have a lot of suitors, or maybe people want to date you, Libra, because this card comes out in a romance reading when there's lots and lots of components of suitoring, or somebody thinks that you have suitors. Okay, there could be a conflict there. It may not even be true at all. Somebody is just assuming, making an ass out of you and me. So 5 of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think the conflict, what I see here is somebody is like, it's giving me almost the 9 of Swords in this reading, like somebody has sleepless nights actually about these two factors. The fact that they watch and there's no actions, and they watch you very busy in your 7 of Pentacles creating something. Or you might be financially very, very ready to do something too. So your plans could be very future focused. A lot of you could be spending time with a maybe best friend. The lovers can also be friends, very much like in a soulmate energy. They know you very well. You have long-standing family members, or there's something here that you're doing with another soulmate too, if it's not your twin flame. I think this is a card where they're thinking of you. So let's go to that. Long-term, you get a long-term Knight here too. I want to look at that. Gemini, Virgo, Leo. There's Leo placements too going on right now. Mercury is in, Venus is in Aries. So there's a lot of fire transits. Leo has a big transit right now, and I'll put those down below in just a moment. Definitely needed coffee before I pressed record. Okay, King of Cups and the Sun. Let's talk about that. That's a likely conclusion. One more card for the Sun and the King of Cups. The Fool. I don't know why I'm getting the Fool. Maybe too early before other readers. I didn't see the Fool in any pre-pulls this morning, so this is even surprising me. Your journey feels new. It could be left a little bit emotional from the full moon in Scorpio. Maybe a lot of you reminisced a lot about better past times. The good news here is there's momentum with you picking the new journey. So, you know, even if it's hard and you got to do it, you're still picking it, which is great, because I feel like you're giving yourself a little bit more momentum than usual. The Sun, though, because the Sun is talking about you being happy finally. Allowance, acceptance, long-term, looking for a long-term partner. The twin flame could be surprisingly changing their tune, becoming a more of a long-term person, or their goals there are now. There could be a conflict that you found somebody new. I see a lot of those themes in this type of reading as well. What if they're viewing Libra and the 5 of Wands, like there's conflict around them? What's happening here? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is regular for you guys. Yesterday, regular in 2 readings to see. Why is there thought? Clarify the King of Cups and the 5 of Wands. This gives me a card. This kind of points it to you, Libras, as I'm feeling the desk. Okay. The desk is telling me, with all the cards out, that there's one last trial. A lot of you are maybe going to back out of love if there's no results. You're just going to work on yourself, your financial freedom. Nine of Wands can be talking about, this is like the last go around I want to do. Looking for somebody, they have to fit the bill type of thing with the Nine of Wands because it's a wounded warrior. What happened here? What is that talking about? I felt a little of that yesterday myself. I'll talk about it. Because today's discussion. I was driving to go get my grandma fertilizer for her garden. My grandma's 96. You guys all know that. My grandpa was 99. And the Nine of Wands to me, I remember doing all of these errands alone. And I was like, it'd be really cool if there was kind of like a brothering to what I'm doing. Like if some of the load could be taken off my back type of thing. Those are how the thoughts come out. So Nine of Wands, it's like one last fight. It is a wounded warrior card. I wouldn't be reading it correctly too if I didn't say that. So the Sun backs it, the Fool backs it. That's interesting. The Sun and the Fool would be you too. The challenge is the Six of Cups, which just flipped. I didn't announce it right away. I was just thinking. The Six of Cups is the challenge. So you guys know what this is all about, right? It talks about nostalgia, sweet moments, things you're still thinking about, and they never really left your mind. And the Six of Cups turns over usually on days where I find a lot of you might be, it's not heavily nostalgic. I think there has been thought of somebody from the past, or even little increments of that, because you got a King of Cups, another emotional person in the back. They're also water. Both cards are water. So it would kind of be like how I feel it as a person would be like this. They're kind of there. see that kind of interaction? It could be a Scorpio thinking of you or a water sign. Some of you have a Pisces thinking of you or a Cancer. Or maybe this Leo knows this Cancer, something like that. Or this Leo knows this Scorpio. I think this combo is talking about like, I have to do it anyway. The universe is going to force me to do it anyway. And I'm also single. So as I wait for my twin flame, I can't wait very long finding a new love. A lot of you are also attached to a past person. Maybe you feel like they're going to contact out of nowhere one day. So we'll see that because I think that's the King of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups so we could see who that is. That's smart to do. You got to pack it with the Six of Swords. You're about your healing and you're not playing because the Sun, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, you're still showing passion to heal. Fire. After all, it is fire, and it's pushing with the healing. Maybe a lot of you are enjoying the newfound loneliness too. If you do have loneliness, it's enjoyable because you're actually healing. With the Sun, okay. Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Those were the two queens on Mother's Day too. This seems like really conversational. Maybe you spoke out to somebody too. I feel like you said something. Some of you who are female told a masculine something. So that could be talking about defending yourself because you were defending the Queen of Pentacles part of you. Chariot, Four of Wands. I'm going to stop there because I'm going to do long distance. I'm going to move rooms. So I just want to look at these as my last cards. Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. There's a person, the Chariot to the Four of Wands looks like a person who wants to pursue you, and they can be new, okay? This is a person that's willing to drive, travel. This is how they're going to put in the effort, is via charioting. Okay, I'll clarify that. Just give me a second, Libra. The first one you know is I take it really technical, so I'm just giving myself time. Yeah, it's a person who's seeking your companionship. The Nine of Cups person might know you through work, or they originally met you through friends, your twin flame. Or they might have seen you while they were working, something like that. Because I feel like they were already content before they met you. And you guys might have met when you were very young. So let's see. Or you ended up marrying them, Libra. This person could still have feelings for you in the Four of Wands. You might share children. You might have already wed them in the past. Four of Wands, after all, is like seeking partnership. And both of you want to gather in the future. Okay. The cards for the new person, for some reason, I'm like edged to tell you it's the Queen of Swords. Because if you want something passionately, they're going to hear it this way. Okay. It won't come from that very soft Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. It's going to come from your Libra energy. Some of you are going to have to stand up too for someone who's very rough with you in dating. Maybe they're not respecting you. Maybe they're stepping on your toes. So it's going to come out more Libran than it is Capricorn, in my opinion. And I would tell you otherwise, because I looked at those two queens as like a really strong sign of attitude flair. Maybe that's what people need to see from you too, is Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, back and forth. You're caring, but you don't let anybody step on your toes. And I think that's a message even for one person on the channel. I don't think that's for everybody. Clarify the two Scorpio cards, Six of Cups and the Two of Cups. In Twin Flame, how does that set the dynamic in the future? Oh, I'm going to grab it, okay, because I heard it slap back. Knight of Swords. Let's check the bottom. Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Judgment. Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the World. It's a lot of major arcana. Four just in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. The moon's in the back too. That's 6 now. There's like a reformed person. They could be having an awakening, because sometimes the Judgment is reconciliation and therefore awakening. I don't want to read it that way today, though. It does feel like you made a decision on the Emperor. And it's after a long break where a lot of you had enough of the Twin Flame. I think you're tired of the round and round this person put you through. But they're going to come in impulsively because they've had an awakening. And they realize your importance. A lot of you played a big role in growing this person. That's why they're an Emperor now. I'll take those two. I'll put Judgment down because that's what I want to look at besides the Two of Cups. What's Judgment in the Emperor? So their feelings is they want to reconcile, because usually this is reconciliation. I will talk about this card in the next reading as far as what if they don't reconcile? Like, what if this was all for you too? What if you're meant to be single right now? What is the Emperor and reconciliation? Can I see that? Seven of Cups, they're afraid you have options or that you're busy. It's also occupied energy. Chariot. They're afraid you're going to get away. You have other options. You might not even be made for this person anymore. Maybe you're two different people. Or a lot of you are just going to see what's out there, because the Chariot is moving towards options. Unless you guys see it another way. You could be moving towards those options because some of you realize there's better, and those people might actually fit you in accordance to how your lifestyle is. There's something about that, because I think you're heading to them for a reason. You came out as the Chariot and the Seven of Cups. Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, Tower. The realization is you grew a lot as well, and you need to have your due respect there. This person is already respecting it in some way, your previous twin flame, because they see that your break was worthwhile. I keep getting something about that. The break that you took for yourself, it might have like commenced on the night of the full moon. Because Scorpio, the only thing here is Aries, right? And Aries is the fire sign that usually is dominant. It's very divine masculine energy. And they may have realized their feelings over you during that full moon. It's very awakening. Like, look at it. Awakening to love, awakening to a friendship. Somebody is disrupted. clarifying the Knight of Swords actions if it was taken by free will. Why do they feel the Tower with the Two of Cups? Why did they feel the Tower, Three of Pentacles? Because they realized they should have worked with you. It was our first reading yesterday. It was just told in a different way, almost backward for Twin Flame. There's benefits here for them to work with you. Collaboration also talks about working cohesively with somebody else's energy, right? You work really well with somebody else because both of you interact nicely. It's not difficult. If it drains you, don't do it, right? So the Three of Pentacles is they see value in working with you. There could be something here about like someone had to move or someone had to do one thing to make it a complete story. Or if this was your emperor in the past, they really treasured the friendship, like the quietness of being able to talk to you. That's what's missing from their life right now, is there's no dynamic of a partner to talk to. I think they view you as a Queen of Swords for some reason. It's just, I don't know what happened there in the past. There could have been an argument. What else did we have? Four of Wands, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords. You could have chose somebody else. Like you could have healed and then found that it was happier on the other side too. 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups. You could have found that your happiness was really unique when you touched onto it. Thank you guys. See, I don't know. This is something I'm gonna have to deeply clarify and discuss further in a shorter part 2. I'm gonna do a tiny part 2 today, okay? And I'll see you guys in video 2.